Welcome everybody. Today we're going to be talking about the games I picked up for the month of July. So, July was a pretty good month. I did pick up a few more games this time. And probably more sports games than anything else. I got some really good deals on some sports titles. But first things first. My name is Matt, and this is my gaming corner. Alright, so let's start off right away with a couple of the sports games that I got. So, the first one we're going to take a look at, and we're going to kind of do this in a sort of fashion. Alright, so we're going to start off with the basketball titles that I picked up. Alright, the first one is Bulls versus the Blazers and the NBA playoffs. Now, I do have the Lakers versus the Celtics in the NBA playoffs. But now I have this one too. This one is box and cart only, so it's not complete in box. But box is in okay shape. It's kind of damaged down here, rip in the corner, but all in all, the box is still in pretty good shape. But this is the first one. Show a little bit of gameplay here, footage for you. Didn't do very good with Michael Jordan. I tried. You get this game, you got to play as the Bulls. You got to play as Michael Jordan. Plain and simple. That's just the way it is. Alright, another one that came in that collection. There were 3 that came in this package that I bought. That I got a good deal on. Now, this game that's coming up next, I've had in the past. It's actually a decent basketball game. Granted, Bulls versus Blazers does have better sound and all that. And it's actually pretty fun too, but this one's not bad. It's Pat Riley's basketball. Pat Riley's basketball has some really cool features in it. I love the dunk feature. When you're going for a dunk, how the players get nice and big, how it zooms in. I like that feature a lot. And this game happens to be complete in box with instruction manual and that. Now, move on. Those were the 2 basketball games. Now we're going to move on to the 2 football games I got. First one. That was also part of the Pat Riley's Bulls versus Blazers. This was the 3rd one in the, I guess you want to call it, pack that I bought. Bought them off of eBay. The next one is Joe Montana's Sports Talk Football number 2. This one, the graphics are really nice in. I like them. I never liked this more than the Madden games, though. So this one never really flew high on my radar to buy. But this is another one that is, it needs a new box because the box is pretty badly broken up a little bit. But it's also complete in box with instruction manual and game. I'll show you a little bit of gameplay footage from this one. The sports talk part of that was actually a really neat feature back in the day. You really didn't see that in other games. As you can see in the gameplay, it actually is pretty darn good.
Montana back to pass. He's sacked back at the 12.
Alright, now for the next game in the football library. This game is just awesome. There is a new rendition of it now that you can get on Steam, Xbox One, PlayStations. I think it's even on the Switch now. But that is the original name of the game, Mutant Football League. Well, the fact that it still has the new release sticker on it, that is cool. It even mentions about a free poster inside. That is also awesome. This game, along with the Mutant League Hockey, if you own a Genesis, it's a must game if you own a Genesis. Or I think they're on Nintendo also. I think they're on the Super NES. but this is definitely worth it. And what I mean by complete in box being that, you know, everybody's like instruction manual and game, this one went a little bit further. Not only do I have the instruction manual and the game, it has the poster that came with the game, kaboom, as you can see, the poster is in there, and it even has the little card that has Audible names on it for what happens when you pick them. That's cool that had everything in there. This was another game I picked up off of eBay. Like I say, this is if you own a Genesis or a Super Nintendo Entertainment System or anything like that, or a Super Famicom as it's called, the Mega Drive. This, you need to have this one in the hockey game in your collection. They are really fun. They take the football game and hockey game and take it to a different level. Killing players sounds bad, but yeah, you get to have some major fun in this one. All right, my last sports title on the Genesis. This one, oh, this one also came with the Bulls versus Blazers, Pat Riley's basketball, and what was the other one I said? It was with Joe Montana's. It was actually a 4-pack game. That's right. I'm lost on what word they used for it, but it is Legends of the Ring. Now, this one I wasn't 100% sure on while I'm showing you the gameplay footage here, if I was really going to like it or not. I'm a big fan of the James Buster Douglas and Evander Holyfield boxing games. This one surprised me with how good this is. It's really good. It almost reminds me of Mike Tyson's Punch-Out with the fact you see the back of the player, but you don't have the see-through, you don't have the lines or nothing, but this one surprised me a lot. Really well worth it. Alright, now let's move on to two non-sports titles that I got on the Sega Genesis. These two games, if you have the correct way of playing them, are definitely must-have games. Now you'll see in a second here in the gameplay footage, it's not like what you're witnessing here with the other games I played or anything like that. You're going to see that it's going to be on what a lot of people nowadays are calling a CRT TV. I've called them a picture tube when I grew up with them. They are heavier than Blue Blazes. The one I'm playing on is a 27-inch. And it's definitely the best way to play any light gun games. Those two games, which might as well point this out too. I did learn something here. You're going to see that the games are just playing in demo mode if you get to see the top corner of the screen. I'm recording this before I edit everything together, so I'm not sure if you do. But what you're going to notice is that the game's played in demo mode. I originally hooked up, which I almost dropped, this controller right here, my Retrobit wireless controller. These two games do not work with it. Because you have to have a controller plugged into port 1 to get them to work. And a Retrobit wireless, it does not register. So I didn't get to actually play it for you. I do own an original Sega Genesis controller, a 6-button one, and I think like 2 3-button ones. So it wasn't a big deal. Now, the box for one of the games is a reproduction box because it only came cart only. The other one is complete in box. But those are Lethal Enforcers 1 and 2. These are two games that, if you are a younger generation and you're watching this video, you guys missed out on something really fun. It's hard to believe, as you're watching the gameplay footage here, it is hard to believe that these light gun games are actually as much fun as they are. You need what's called a justifier for this. I don't know if the Sega Mercs works with it. That's the Sega Genesis light gun that they came out with. But you do need at least a justifier for one player, which is a blue gun. And they also had a pink gun that plugged in basically with an old phone jack, which if you're a younger crowd, you probably have no clue what that is. I believe it was called an RG45 connection. I originally owned both guns. No clue what happened to them as I got older. So now I am down to where I had to buy at least one of the two guns. I originally owned the games on my Sega CD. I still have Lethal Enforcers 2, but I lost Lethal Enforcers 1. So that forced me to, yes, it forced me, that is correct. It forced me to find another Sega CD version of Lethal Enforcers 1 so I could have it. Alright. Like I said, this month was a good month. Let's move on to the next two games in the cartridge lineup. Both boxes are reproduction boxes for these games. They were cart only, which did not bug me none. The first game is a game that I've never really liked, but I'm trying to complete the collection. Not just on the Genesis, I want it on the Master System, my Sega Saturn, and my Dreamcast. And anything I can find for the Xbox original, Xbox 360. I want to complete the full collection. And that is any game with Sonic. It's a Sonic thing. But I picked up Sonic 3D Blast. Now this is a reproduction box, and these guys do great work. I understand if you're not a client with them, you haven't bought any games in the past, you don't get these anymore. I still do, so I'm lucky. So, like I said, just reproduction. All I got is the game. All I bought was the card only. Got it for $5, so can't complain. As you're watching the gameplay footage here, like I said, it's not one of my favorite Sonic games ever. Controls, in my opinion, are not good. Actually, they suck. Let's just put it that way. But as you can see, I do play it. Been playing it. What can you do? The next game in the Sonic collection, I needed to finish off the Sonic 3 collection. And it took me a while to find it. The game does not fit in the box properly, so I had to modify it, and it's being held on together with a Velcro strap, so it looks like it's closed. But that is Sonic and Knuckles, the lock-on cart. I don't know why I waited this long to buy this thing. I should have bought it back in the past. But I now have Sonic Knuckles. I would take off the Velcro strap right now to show you the game in the inside. The cart, why not? It's not hard to do. Boom. So as you can see, the box will not close otherwise. It's just, well, there I got to close a little bit. Can get one part to close, not the other. But it is at least complete. It has its little, and if you want to see what I did, you can see I cut off those back pieces. It has a little flap on it.
Hello, we are Sonic and Knuckles.
But yes, I needed that to complete the collection. That was a must-have. Which I am trying to complete all the Sonic games on everything. Whatever they have Dreamcast-wise, because I know it's Sonic Shuffle, Sonic Adventure 2. There's the I think it's a 6-pack, the Sega Genesis collection they have on there. I only need 2 more games on the Dreamcast. That's Sonic Adventure 2 and Sonic Shuffle, which are extremely expensive. But let's move on to my Sega CD. Now these next 2 games on a Sega CD, didn't need either of them, but I wanted the Japanese versions for obvious reasons. So I got the Japanese Mega CD version of Final Fight. Had to get the Japanese version of that game. Has the manual and everything, so it is complete. Now, as most of you know, I do have the Sega Model 1 Genesis, along with the Sega CD Model 1. If you have a multi-cart, there is a way of playing that on there. Like if you have one of the, what do they call them, Mega EverDrive. You know, it'll have a CD BIOS for that. You click on that, and you can actually play those games on there. The Mega Cart I have, it works, but I don't like the way it works. So this is one game right here that I will use my emulator for. Much better playing it that way. The other one is another one that I have already, but I wanted the Mega Drive version of it. In truth, I wanted the Mega CD version of it to have Streets of Rage 1, known as Beats of Rage, but for some odd reason it still says Streets of Rage when I fire it up. But that is the Sega Classic Arcade Collection. I love the fact that this is, I don't know if there's supposed to be another disc in this side, don't really care. Has the manual. That has the Mega CD on this side. Works like a frickin' charm. Alright, so that's all the games for the Genesis. I did not pick up anything for the Master System this month, or anything for the Dreamcast this month, but the next two sports titles I got are both on the Sega Saturn. One of the games I had in the past, loved it. The other one, I just wanted the next one in the collection. So, I'm going to show both at one time here, and then you'll get to see some gameplay after in just a second here, but these are the two. VR Soccer, which I find to be a lot of fun, and then Worldwide Soccer 97. Both of these games are great. Soccer games are a lot of fun. I enjoy playing them. And as you can see from this footage here, they're both really good. I mean, VR Soccer, when I started off, you're really close to it, which is actually kind of nice. Then when I went to a further back camera, truthfully, I think it's a little too far back. Worldwide Soccer 97 is extremely beautifully done. I love the view of the field you get already. I went in and messed around to see what other views you could get, but it's a beautiful game. Both of the games are really great on the Saturn. I got them both for cheap. I am trying to finish off the VR collection, like the VR Soccer. There's a VR golf game yet that I need to get my hands on. That will be hopefully one of my buys, maybe in the month of August. I don't know yet. But there you go. Those are my game collections for this month. So I'm getting ready to start working on my games for August that you'll see in September. As you know, I release these at the beginning of each month, from the month before when I was collecting them. So I am getting ready to start working on that one. Kind of feel that I'm concentrating a bit more on Saturn titles and a couple of Dreamcasts this time, but we'll see how it goes. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Remember to check out my live streams. My live streams will be Monday, Tuesday, Friday, every other week, because those are my short work weeks, so that's when I live stream. Any new videos I record and set to be uploaded will be done on the following week, where I have my longer work week and I only get 2 days off, which is Wednesday and Thursday. That's when I'll work on new videos. I'll try working on new videos for games that are in early access on Steam if I have any, or just plain reviewing games. But like I said, I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you're a retro game collector, hope you're enjoying your collection. If you're thinking about starting it off, have fun. Buy what you think you'll like. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video.